Hello, my name is Bill Beeson. Doug McKeegan, you're mentally incompetent and delusional. And I'm being nice, okay? You did a video on surveyors. Surveyors need to be neutral. They can't give legal advice. They're not going to tell you whether the earth is round or if it rotates and so on and so on. This is a recorded document. It's a subdivision map. Once you put north on a map, or you put a degree on a legal description that gets recorded in the recorder's office or the assessor's office, it's official. You don't rotate this 15 degrees an hour. You can't. It's 100% impossible. Surveyors know you don't rotate the earth. It doesn't work. Okay? This is your earth. Okay? It's flat. Okay? We have elevation that goes up. This is Alaska. You can't go past Alaska. Okay, that's as far as you can go. I inverted every one of these. Okay, it's very easy to do. I want everybody to get rid of their globes. They're useless. Do this. You can't put this together. It doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to show you what the gods are doing. I've done lots of videos. I don't believe in religion and I don't believe in atheism because there's too much evidence what the gods are doing. This is 0 degrees. It does not exist. 0 degrees on the equator, on the prime meridian, do not exist. We need to redo our maps, get rid of our globes. We have flat maps. I've showed you clocks. This is the outside of the earth. It's 361 degrees, not 360. Okay. So we can make more money by creating new protractors and new maps. So if you're a map maker or protractor maker, make some new ones. You start with 1. There's no such thing as 0. And you go 91, 181, 271, 361. I'm going to show you a surveyor has always been using 0 and 90. That's what they use on their descriptions. It's either north or 90 degrees west and east or south 90 degrees west and east. It should be 1 degree 91 on east, west, and east. There's no degree on the south yet. Now there's no degrees on the north. We now have a 1 degree and 91 degree west and east. Surveyors should not be using minutes and seconds. They're so small, it's not going to affect anybody's property lines on a legal description. Now remind you, okay, surveyors only survey 1 mile. They survey a section. They put corners in here. So if you're saying that they use the globe after 10 miles, they don't even survey more than 1 mile. It shows you how stupid you globers are. You do not do the right kind of research. I'm going to show you, this is every one of these lines for 361 degrees is straight. It goes straight for billions of miles, except when you hit the outside of the earth. They're straight lines. It doesn't matter which one you use. This is 1 degree with 1/2 in the center. Okay, I could barely get it in there. But that's 1 degree from 1 degree to 2 degrees. And then that's a half. And then I drew a line showing you that it's flat just like every other line. And the only reason this is curved because that's the outside of the protractor. Okay, without the protractor line, every line would be straight. And as you can see, it gets smaller and bigger as it goes wider and wider. I went outside the protractor. These lines are basically straight from, this is 10 degrees. I'm doing a 10 degree wide. Every corner, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, that's how they measure, 91 degrees at a time, and they give us measurements. People are getting confused with minutes and seconds with our longitude and latitude. Once again, it should be 1-1 northeast, southeast, 1-1 northwest, southwest. Same thing with your longitudes, 1-1 instead of zeros and zeros. And the minutes and seconds are 3,600 lines in between each degree, which is not a degree. This is one line. And then the next 3,600 lines before the next line. So everybody's reading all these things wrong. I'm going to show you what the gods create with legal descriptions. I've showed you that California is longitude and latitude, which is incorrect. Nevada is longitude and latitude. A lot of monuments are longitude and latitude. This was a description of Ormsby County, Nevada, 1861. It doesn't work. This is almost what it would look like. This was what a surveyor should have been using, township and range back then. That's what the public land survey system was supposed to create, but we've always been in the United States. No surveyor is going to survey the United States. They're not even going to survey the state. There's too much to do. We've always been in the United States. We've always had surveys. There may not be section corners on every section until there's like a new subdivision and so on. I can show you, I'm getting mixed up here, but I keep thinking, these are the corners. This is a scribe post. This is a rock. This was created by the highway department. This was a new monument. It's a 6-inch by 12-inch concrete, 6 inches below the ground. He's not telling you what the record is because there was no record. He's not telling you that this is the record. This is his measurements. This is his 89 degrees. He has some minutes on here, which is okay. That's fine. No big deal. Let me get back to my description. West, commencing at the center of Lake Tahoe, right in the middle of Lake Tahoe. Isn't that brilliant? Then often referred to as Lake Beagler on the California state line. That's the California state line, Nevada state line. North, following the ridge of mountains that separate Eagle Valley, Carson City from Washoe Valley, dividing it from Washoe County. This is Washoe County. It's also in the lake. East, extending to the top of the ridge between Eagle Valley and Mound House, dividing it from Lyon County. This is Lyon County. South, following the dividing line between Eagle Valley and Carson Valley, dividing it from Douglas County. This is Douglas County below. They didn't close. They stopped right here. So this is just a bogus description. Now, Ormsby became Carson City, not Carson City County. There's a Carson City and a Carson City County. This was done in 1969. Now they're using the meets and bounds and township and range, but they messed this one up too. Beginning at the northwest corner of Douglas County, which is right here in the middle of Lake Tahoe. They don't say that's in the middle of Lake Tahoe. Between the state of Nevada and California, thence east to the shoreline of Tahoe. So they went in the middle of Tahoe. Now they're finally on the shoreline, which is where they should have started with in the beginning. And then they go to the portions of sections 33, all of 34, 35, 36 township, 15 north, range 18 east, MDB and M. I've explained to you, Mount Diablo Basin Meridian is in California. The monument itself is done in longitude and latitude. So they're just having a good old time with all these stuff. And then they're gonna really get funny. They go to the center of El Dorado Canyon, don't know where that is, to the east of Brown and Company Dam on the Carson River. I know where the Carson River is, but I don't know where the dam that is. And then along the Carson River to the halfway house between Carson and Silver City. And then, this looks like a typo, but they did it on purpose. They went 55 degrees, but instead of minutes and seconds, they used 26 cents and 0 squared. And they did that all the way through the bottom here. This is what these people are doing. So Doug McKeegan, shoot me a video. I'll be waiting for it. I want to see what I'm doing wrong here. We can talk about it if you want to talk about surveys. I'm really good at running out descriptions. So thanks everybody for listening to me.